I'm always on the lookout for software that is free, intuitive to use, and easy to access. TinkerCAD checks all those boxes and has some lessons on the fundamentals of modeling in a 3D space. In this video, I'm going to show you around the website and where I got started. What's up, guys? Thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Nate Hibbert. I'm a self-taught graphic designer for an e-commerce business that I started with my brother, but I love challenging myself, and so I started this channel just to track my progress and learning new skills, and I thought it would be helpful for anyone out there that wants to learn from someone's mistakes who's maybe only 1 or 2 steps ahead of them. The most recent mistake that I made was spending too much time inside of a 3D modeling software that wasn't intuitive for the types of designs that I wanted to make. I'm not trying to throw any shade at Blender 2.8. I know it's a fantastic tool, but not quite right for the types of designs that I wanted to make. So I went on a hunt to find a new 3D modeling software and ended up stumbling upon what I think is a real gem for anyone who is just starting out. That website is TinkerCAD. TinkerCAD is made by AutoDesk, and it is a free website cloud-based 3D modeling software, which is really amazing. That's important because that means basically anyone can have access to this website. And it actually does more than just 3D design or the 3D modeling that I wanted to use it for. You can do things like mess around with some electronics and even code blocking, which is like the basic way to learn coding, which is really cool. Now, it is aimed towards children, so that's why kind of the style of the website and the animations are in that direction, but that doesn't mean that it's any less of an impressive program for people just wanting to start out or kind of wrap their heads around what 3D modeling is. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in and show you guys around a little bit. Signing up for TinkerCAD is pretty simple. I think it was like 3 or 4 clicks, and all I did was connect it to my Google account. So then it gave me my profile, which you can see my name and the image that I haven't uploaded over here on the left-hand side. And then it lets you organize each of the projects that you're working on, which is really cool. So this is your dashboard. On the left-hand side here, it shows you the 3D designs that I've messed around with, circuits if you're into the electronics part of this, or code blocking, which they are saying is new if you want to learn like the basics of coding, which might be something that I look into in the future and come back to this website for. But for this week, for this video, I just want to talk about the 3D designing. So if it's your first time using a tool like this, something for me that's really important is to make sure that I'm inspired and kind of understand what's possible. And they actually have a built-in gallery up here on the top right that you can click on and just browse some of the most popular designs that were made, this week or this month by other people in this community. Since it's cloud-based, a lot of these files are all able to be accessed, which is really cool. So you can go and click around in here and just see what people have created, without destroying their files or anything like that. So like I said, this tool is for children, but you can see that there's some pretty amazing things being made inside of this tool. Someone making a full recording studio and just, messing around with that, to like actual house plans. Like that's pretty amazing things to be able to make. Little city blocks, which are cool, and just all kinds of different creations. Some are just for aesthetic purposes, and others I actually have like a function and a use, or even like little cars like this that you could probably assemble with things around the house. So this tool is just really amazing, just to see what other people can do with it, but also just to start learning what you could do with this tool. So if you are just starting out and you're looking to learn kind of the basics, you can come up here to this Learn tab, and this is where I was really blown away and just fascinated at like the fundamentals that this program will teach you. So if you come to this Learning tab, there's 3 different portions of this Learning tab. There's the starters, which will show you those fundamentals that I'm talking about, the lessons that kind of give you one step further in how to like move things around, move the camera around, and then actual full projects that you can assemble that have step-by-step, really good step-by-step instructions on how to exactly assemble some things. But let's go ahead and start with the starters over here and just see what's possible. So if you see all starters, this will take you to this portion of the website here, and this, like I said, is just really the fundamentals of how to 3D model. So how to place things in a 3D space, how to view it, how to move it around, how to rotate it. Nothing mind-blowing, but the fact that this website is basically going to hold your hand as it's teaching you these lessons with on-screen, like step-by-step tutorial on what to do. For someone who's just starting out, I can't think of something better. Like, this is really so impressive to me as someone who is self-taught, who's learned a bunch of different programs. You know, this website, I think, does it amazingly. So if we go back one page and look at the next step from here, which are these lessons, and these are actual like things that you'll be making. I actually went through this course to make the chess pawn because I was curious on how it would align everything, and it shows you all of that, even how the camera can skew, you know, when things might look like they're aligned but they're not really, but kind of just trust these tools that they are going to align them. So learning all of that did actually help me, but just the fact, again, that this is all for free, this is all going to teach you the basic fundamentals of how to use a 3D modeling software, which is really cool. I really loved this one, the camera controls. I come from, you know, Photoshop and Illustrator, where I'm always designing in a 2D plane, and so to learn the camera controls for a 3D space was actually really helpful, and those do transfer into some of the other tools that I've been checking out, like Blender and Fusion 360 and some others. So yeah, good stuff here. And again, some of it's kid-based, so I skipped over a lot of these like simple shapes and things because I knew I would understand that in time. But definitely this camera control one I would check out if you are brand new to this space. Now the last one that I just want to show you guys that I thought was impressive was this projects tab over here. So again, if we do see all projects, I'm not sure if all these are put together by Autodesk because they have like by names. So I don't know all of these, but I did click through a couple of these and was, again, just really impressed with the on-screen directions that it gives you for how to assemble some of these things. So you can see exactly what the project is. If you click in on this project, so if we wanted to build a mobile amplifier like for your phone to make it louder, we could click right in here. It gives you a description of exactly what this project is, and then it has it broken down into 3 different lessons. So this first one I actually did look at, and because I just wanted to see the step-by-step process here, and again, I was really impressed with, if I go ahead and restart this, it takes you all the way from the beginning of like what your project overview is, and then, like I said, the on-screen instructions is what I'm blown away by. So it tells you, you know, grab this, make it a certain size, and it's right here. I can grab this and then start resizing it and everything. If you guys want to see me go through one of these lessons, I guess you can leave a comment below, but that is what I wanted to cover in this video, just to show you guys that that Learn tab is super powerful. And one other thing that is super powerful, if we actually click into one of the projects, if you guys saw my last video, you saw that I was making an Xbox controller holder, and this is where it started. It was actually in TinkerCAD. This was my first attempt at making something. The thing that I wanted to show you, especially about this file that was really cool, is that it's literally 2 clicks to get it from the website into a file format that I can use inside of my slicer. So there is the question every once in a while, you know, can you slice inside of TinkerCAD? And no, you cannot actually use this as a slicer for your 3D printer, but it does make it really easy to get those files and input them into a slicer. So this button up here in the top right that says export, you can click this. So that's your first click. And then the second one is STL. This is the file type that I know and I use. So if I click STL, it's going to start downloading, and it's going to put it in my downloads file. So if I pull that up, my downloads here, you can see that if I want to open up Cura and drop this right in, that's going to be the exact file that I need it to be. I can hit slice and start looking through this. So I'm just really impressed with how simple and easy it is to use this tool. So definitely a website I think you should check out if you're at all interested in 3D modeling or 3D printing. Even if you don't have your own 3D printer, you can use the files that you're getting out of this tool and maybe bring them to a local college or a library that might have a 3D printer and actually be able to bring those models to life, which is really cool. If you guys could do something for me, I want to try something new here. If you could leave a comment for me down below if there's something that you think would be helpful that you could have 3D printed or 3D modeled, but not quite sure how to do that. I'm looking for a way to, one, connect with you guys a little bit more, but also push my skills. And I think just taking on some projects from the community could be a fun thing to do, and at least some content for this YouTube page. So if you would like to do that, you can comment down below and I'll try to get back with you. If you're looking to learn more about 3D printing or what I have going on, you can check down in the description, as I'll always try to put helpful links down there. But until the next video, I will see you guys around.